at the south side, sitting heavy on a barroom stool. Grizzled beard and biker boots, looking like he'd broken every rule. He was a cook for the lumber camps on the wild BC coast, and every time he told a story, the story grew the most. And spent another yarn about the places he'd been through, and every time he told it, it somehow all came true. The details got more dangerous, the hero's twice as brave, and he'd laugh into his beard like he owned the tales he gave. Oh, Steve McKay, where'd you go? You disappeared into the winter snow. The river kept your secrets, and the cold kept you away. Now there's ashes in a Harley tank, and I still think of you today. Yeah, I miss you, Steve McKay. He didn't seem to trust a wallet, didn't carry one at all. $20 bills and 50s would come drifting when it called. They'd flutter from his pockets like leaves in early fall. I'd stoop down on the barroom floor and gather up them all. I'd stack them on the bar for him, he'd grin and raise his beard. And somewhere in those little things, I guess I earned his trust that year. He took a shine into me, said, boy, I've got a job for you. You can be my wheelman if you think you can see me through. Oh, Steve McKay, where'd you go? You disappeared into the winter snow. The river kept your secrets, and the cold kept you away. Now there's ashes in a Harley tank, and I still think of you today. Yeah, I miss you, Steve McKay. I take care of his Harley, keep that old machine alive, then drive him to the places where his biker brothers derive. Every pub and every club, every friend he wanted near, he'd buy me steak and introduce me like I was one of his own in here. He'd introduce me to his brothers and their daughters now and then. And for a little while, that wild old world let me wander in with them. He paid me good, he treated me right, and I never will forget how a grizzled old biker could make a kid feel he'd been met. Then one winter day, Steve was gone. His work came calling, he missed his plane. A seaplane waited on the coast, but Steve never made the flight. The club went looking everywhere through the darkness in the night. They found his Harley by the river, parked there in the snow. The police searched high and low, but there was nowhere else to go. Then spring came down the mountains, and the flood water ran high. And when the river finally fell, they found Steve by the riverside. They said he'd fallen in the flood, probably drunk that night. Closed the case and wrote it down, said there was no more to find. But some stories don't have endings, some questions never fade, and some old friends keep riding long after they've been laid. They put his ashes in an old tank, an old Harley gas tank. A final ride for a biker who never needed thanks. I still see him at the Southside beer beside him, telling tales, money falling from his pockets like autumn leaves on rails. Oh, Steve McKay, where'd you go? You disappeared into the winter snow. The river kept your secrets and the cold kept you away. Now there's ashes in a Harley tank, and I still think of you today. Yeah, the bar's got new faces and the old stories have grown cold. But sometimes I can hear you when the night gets dark and old. And if there's one more ride somewhere where the highway meets the sky, I hope you're sitting on that Harley with a cold one by your side. Yeah, Steve, you were one hell of an old friend. I still miss you, brother. Right on.